What's going on, everybody? Ed0626, and I got some important topics to talk about today here on the channel. A few weeks ago, I made a video about how I thought Leafy is Here's termination set a bad precedent for YouTube. And I gave all my thoughts about that situation, about them taking away his channel for some shit. And I'm not going to say I agree with it, because I don't agree with what they did and how they did it, but I can't really blame them at the same time, considering some of it. I guess you consider some of the videos he was making, especially with the Pokemon titles, whatever, could be considered harassment. I don't know. It's really a slippery slope, but I still don't agree with the whole deplatforming entirely thing. A strike on the channel, I think, would have sufficed, or a strike or two, but I don't agree with how they handled the whole deplatforming him. And when I said all those things in that video, you can go watch it. I'll leave it in the description. I'll put in an annotation or something, maybe. I didn't think that the entire internet was going to start doing this now, because apparently he went to Twitch, and I have seen a couple of his. I've seen like one or two of his Twitch streams. I'll talk about that a little bit later in the video. But he went to Twitch for a couple weeks, like 2 or 3, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks, maybe like a month or so. I don't know. I don't know exactly the time frame, but he got pretty big on Twitch for the period of time he was there. I mean, obviously he has a very dedicated fan base. I mean, I don't consider myself to be that dedicated for the guy. I don't have a fucking boner for him all the time, but I did enjoy the content he was making, especially in his second go around here on YouTube. But what I don't agree with, though, is that Twitch now has officially banned him off the platform too, for reasons none of us really know, and apparently not even he knows, because he's banned off there. So here we go again with the same old problems: deplatforming, censorship, all that jazz. It's really fucking annoying to see, man. It's really annoying to think. It's annoying, heartbreaking, and downright scary, for lack of better terms, that a platform can have so much power and not even really give, and like completely wipe someone off the face of the earth without rhyme or reason. Now, again, I don't know what exactly he was banned for. I heard it was because he was saying some racist related shit, and I guess with everything going on in the US, which whether you agree with it or not, it's still happening. So I could see if that was the reason. I can see maybe why that was the reason, but that hasn't been officially disclosed to anyone, and not even him. I mean, apparently anything he has said, he's deleted, so there's not like they could have given him a strike for that anyway. And of course, this is all, I'm just saying this all verbatim for what both sides are saying. And I just don't agree with it, man. I really just don't agree with the whole deplatforming and censorship. I mean, it's been going on for far too long now. Whether it's on social media like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, of course, as we know, has become a shithole. I made a video a while back talking about the golden days of YouTube. The golden days, man, are long gone, especially since everything going on in 2020. It's just going to show how out of touch, fucking, not even out of touch, just how fucking pussified the internet is becoming. And you have people all across YouTube, even like guys like Boogie, other guys that are larger channels, they were all like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? They're like, why are you banning this guy for seemingly no reason? And I will say this much, and I'll say this, this is my little conspiracy theory. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I don't really think Pokemon is too much behind it, but I do think H3 is definitely behind it. Especially with his mental state you see on social media, and the tweets he's been having have been very, for lack of better terms, incriminating. The more he talks about it, and the more he shows off this hate boner for Keemstar and Leafy, the more you kind of start to see that maybe he's the reason for all of this shit. And I don't really watch any of H3 stuff. I think he's a little bit. I think he's a beta male. I don't really like his content, and whatever the fuck mental issues he's having throughout this whole thing, man, I don't know what's going on. He's got to get his family his family's got to get away from him, man, because he's at this point he's becoming more of a danger to himself and the people are close to him more than anything. He just seems like a really unstable fucking dude. And again, he's a beta male, so it all kind of makes sense. So, but again, like I said, I think H3H3 is the reason for all this shit. The more I see, the more tweets I see with him regarding Leafy, the more I have reason to believe that he's getting in touch with these officials here at whether it's YouTube or Twitch and saying get this guy off the platform, etc. I don't know. I don't think it really benefits anyone. Like, what are you even if that was the case? I'm not saying it is the case. That's just my little theory. Even if that was the case, like, what are you trying to accomplish? You will single-handedly become one of the most hated people on the internet if you try to censor or deplatform anyone. At least in my opinion, or at least that's how it should be. You know, I remember back in the day, at least in my experiences, I didn't really used to see that all the time. You know, you had your beefs and you had your dramas, but you never called for anyone really being kicked off the platform. Now, there are people that should be kicked off the platform, and for some reason, people that are, you know, killing animals live on their channels, people trying to commit character assassination of other creators, which should be banned, and I think some of you may know the people I'm talking about when I say that. It's really fucking pathetic how people like Leafy, you know, he was just an edgy guy. Like, again, like, I'm not an edgy dude, but I enjoy that type of humor. Granted, I can't consume too much of it because it just gets old after a while, but, you know, edgy humor needs to be on the platform. You know, I'm not saying I should be the fucking guy to take that mantle, but, like, someone's got to fucking do it. Someone has to take that mantle and be, you know, that catalyst or be a catalyst to something where edgy humor can still survive on the internet. Because even on social media like Twitter, like I said, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you say anything controversial, you're getting suppressed. And a lot of it, I think, has to do with political stuff. And I saw a video a while back, and I don't want to make this political because I really hate politics as much as the next guy. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I saw something a while back about how Trump, he was going to start making these platforms a lot more, I don't want to say, I don't think the term is, I guess the term would be accountable when it comes to censorship and all that sort of stuff. And with everything going on with Leafy, with Doc, like, no one even knows why Doc got banned off the platform yet, which is still mind-boggling. I don't think we'll ever find out, at least until Doc finally decides to say something about it. I mean, he's mentioned it here and there, but we need to, something needs to be done on a federal scale regarding a lot of these social media and video sharing platforms, because it's really going in the wrong direction, man. It's going in the wrong direction. Hell, even I tried to get censored a while back. I don't know if you guys remember, I uploaded a video called The Things I've Learned from Online Dating. And granted, I was kind of pushing the envelope a little bit in the topics I was covering, but I didn't really think I was doing anything that could allow the video to be removed from the platform. Granted, I submitted my appeal, and I actually ended up getting the video back on the platform, which, to my shock, I'm surprised someone actually found it remotely okay. Not saying it was bad to begin with, but it was definitely, like, not as bad as other things I've seen. So I'm sitting here like, why the fuck did I get banned when you have plenty of other videos on this platform that are worse than anything I've done? Just because I said a couple of things regarding politics and maybe some jokes about women here and there, I'm getting, like, fucking completely annihilated. Like, I thought it was fucking stupid, but I got my stuff back, and it's still up on the channel, and if you guys want to check it out. So I really want this stuff to stop, man. I don't know what it is about 2020, but it's really the year everyone has gone full retard. It's literally that one line from Tropic Thunder by fuck, why did I forget his name? Why did I forget his name? Holy shit. Of all the times for me to forget a fucking actor's name, you know what I'm talking about, man. You know what I'm trying to say. It's that one line where it's like, you know, everyone knows you never go full retard, but I can't believe I forgot that actor. It's gonna come to me after the fact. I'm gonna look like an absolute fucking idiot. But either way, I don't care. But that's just my little 2 cents on the situation. Another thing I want to mention before the video ends, I still got a little bit of time. The whole Nelk Boys situation, that's a fucking no-no. YouTube taking them away from the partner program because of stuff they're doing off the platform. And granted, whether you believe in this whole coronavirus pandemic shit or anything, it's still, I don't think by any means necessary that they should have been taken off the partner program for stuff they're doing not on YouTube's watch. That's an authoritarian fucking thing. Like, people want to say, oh, something is fascist. That's, to me, that shit screams fascist what they did. Controlling someone's life for stuff that's not even on their platform. That was really fucking terrible and a bad look on YouTube's part. Just seems like when they start to do something good, especially with the whole Moist Critical Markiplier situation, and then they shit all over it with the Nelk Boys situation, it's not a good look, man. This stuff needs to stop, and I don't know when it's going to stop or if it ever will stop, but it's got to stop. And that's your thought for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one.